Okay, so I'm going to be basically teaching you how to create a cane like this. This is a leopard cane that I've created, and I actually created this a very long time ago. It has got quite the dust and dirt on it, so we're gonna clean this up and use this today. But before we clean this up and use it, I'm going to show you what I did to create it. Okay, so I'm using 3 colors here. I use this beige, I also use this brown, and then black. I'll show you what a pair of earrings look like after they are done, where I use this cane. And you can do several different things with this cane. So this is kind of what a baked earring looked like, one of them, but I also have a couple more. So I used like some brown for the background, but I think it was like some gold, just like a mixture of something for the background. I'll probably use black on the particular ones I'm going to make today. We'll see, just depending on what I have. But basically you see that the cream is kind of like the base of it, and then you have the black and the thing. So just depends on how you roll it out. This one doesn't look as much. This was a little bit more squash. The original this is probably from like the scraps, which kind of started to look a little bit squashy. But back in the day, you'll see, I'll pop a picture. That's what I'll do. I'll put some pictures up of some of the ones that how they looked. But we're gonna make some more, and yeah, I'm gonna show you how I make this cane. So let's do that now. Hey girl, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you've been a part of the Oh So Pretty squad, I'm so glad that you're back. If you want to join the squad, all you gotta do is hit that subscribe button and you are in. On this channel, I'm gonna take you behind the scenes of my handmade accessories business, as well as give you helpful tips and helpful information for running a small handmade or product-based business. So don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's create something oh so pretty. All right, so these are the 3 colors that I'm going to use. I have this brown color. This is straight out of the pack, so this is not a custom mix at all. And with that, I added a little gold to it. So I'm going to add just a little part of this gold. I'm only going to mix up a small piece since I already have a lot to show you how I do it. Here's some black that I have just left over. And then I'm going to be using the ecru. I'm going to mix this with white to tone it down a little bit so it's not so creamy. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay, so now that we have all of our colors ready, we have the cream color, which I could go a little lighter on here, but this is just for training purposes. So I could probably, if I was doing a whole big cane, I probably would add a little bit more white to this, but it's whatever, because I already have a whole thing right here, so I'm not worried about this little piece that much. So I added the gold, which is great. It gives it a little bit of a very light shimmer. I mean, the very lightest little bit of shimmer, not much, but it just gives it a little bit of something. So this is what the original color looked like. So you see how it kind of really just made it a little bit more tanny and like leathery. I don't know, but I like the color. So basically what you want to do is you want to shape this in a little snake, little fat little snake, or I don't like snake. I don't like that term. I know we use that a lot in the clay community, but I hate it because I hate snakes. But anyways, you want to shape this into a little something. Give me a new name in the comments of what you would call it, but not a snake. Don't call it a snake, okay? But anyways, a little roll. This looks like a little Tootsie Roll. Shape it in a little Tootsie Roll, okay? A little Tootsie Roll. Got a couple of blue specks on this. Okay, I want to clean that up. I probably had some on my hands or something. Okay, so whenever you have your little Tootsie Roll, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my little roller and I'm gonna just make a little indent in it. Make a little indent and kind of curl it up. And in that little curl, I'm gonna make another little licorice, little stick of licorice. I'm gonna stick a little hot dog, a little hot black little licorice stick. Make sure I got all the air bubbles out of here. Okay, and I'm gonna stick that in here, okay? Then I'm going to kind of press that together like that. Try to keep it as even as possible on your ends, okay? And then I'm gonna do another little indentation over here, but I'm gonna just do this with my fingers because I don't want it as big as the other one, just a little one, okay? And I'm gonna roll up another little piece. Hopefully I have enough to make 3 pieces. Might need to get a little bit more black. But I'm gonna roll up this little piece. And make sure you really get the air out of the roll so you don't get like a little crack in your can like I got in mine. Like, you see you have a little crack in it. But it's because I can fix that, but if you want to avoid that, make sure you get this really good and congealed together. And then this, I'm gonna make this not like just a little round. I'm gonna make it like a little bit of a little fat shape almost. Little, not fat, but like wider. Do something like that and put that in here. Keeping the ends. Okay, so this is what we're kind of looking like now. And then from here, I'm probably gonna do maybe one little, because this is what we look. You know how leopard print is? They always have the black like either coming from the inside or like on the outside. So that's what we're kind of making. I think we can do like one little more strip on the side. I'm gonna do a thinner strip so it can be just like a dot. This part right here, you can really have your own creative control and decide how you want it to be. You know, you can use your creative. As you guys know with leopard print, it's all very different. They're never like all the same. So you can really just do this any type of way you want. If you want this to be like really control as far as like your snake, you can always use the extruder to do it, or you can use what is this called, a shaping tool. This is from Haymaker Hay, but also Poly Collective have shaping tools as well. I got some of hers as well. I have like some smaller ones, so you can use something like this. Shape your little knot snake. And then we're gonna put that, I'm gonna put that right along this side right here. Right there. Okay, cut that off, right, because we want to keep it very even on the ends as possible. So this is what we're gonna have. So we have our, I'm gonna pull this brown up a little bit more around this. Okay, so that's pretty much what we have with our little Tootsie Roll, a little fat little Tootsie Roll. All right, so this is my print, okay? So now what I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna fill in any of these gaps with this color right here. So I'm gonna cut this and I'm gonna fold it over because I wanna fill this up right here because I don't want it to go flat. So I wanna fill that side right there because I want it to kind of still keep its shape. Might have to roll more of this. Hopefully I don't. We'll see. So here I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm going to really tuck this up, butt this up to here. So it can keep its full shape. And then there, now I only really have to roll the rest of this around. So I'm just a little bit short. But you know what? I'm going to make this a little, I'm going to roll this out one more time. So it's more even. Okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to use more of this. In a perfect world, I need this to go right all the way here. It's a little bit shy. I'm gonna fill this in with this little scrap from the end, which is fine. And then I'm gonna cut this excess off. Cut this excess off. Can fill in here. And just put that right here. Okay, now I also will need to fill up this black space right here. I need a thin layer over that black space. So I'm gonna roll out some more. But before I do that, I'm gonna get this kind of pushed in so can get rid of any air pockets as possible of putting all those together. So I'm gonna start to roll this a little bit. I don't want to roll this too much because I don't want to make this line too flat. So from here, this is pretty much good. Now I want to make a whole new sheet of my filler. The filler, I want to make a whole new sheet of that so I can wrap around the whole thing. As you can see here, where those indentions are, that's where I kind of like backfilled those as well, sort of like this. So here's this color right here. I'm gonna cut off a little bit more of this, add a little bit white to it. I added about that much white, and then I'm gonna come back and show you this. All right, so we have this, and so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna roll it. Roll it, make sure it's nice and even. And then I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna roll it down. I'm gonna see where it needs to be cut, because once you roll it down, it'll give you a little indentation. You can cut it perfectly along that line. And then I'm gonna fold it in. Now I'm gonna cut the excess of this. Cut all this off, because I'm gonna roll out another thin sheet and try to do that one more time. Okay, I'm gonna try to reduce it down a little bit if I can. Not if I can, I mean I can, but so then we can put another thin. So when you're reducing, I'm not a cane maker, but you can watch other videos on people making canes. But basically, you're just pushing it in to reduce the cane. You're making it like short. So basically, this cane right here, it was basically all this big, but I reduced this down. So then you start to see like, it keeps the same shape, but it's slightly different because I've reduced this one down. And I'll reduce, when I go to make the earrings, I'm gonna reduce it way down. So this is how it started, way big, and this is like a big chunk of clay put together. But then you wanna reduce it down to a smaller so you can get like the right sizing for the leopard, because this is way, this is way too big. The whole earring would be a leopard print, you know? So you got to reduce it down. So basically, this is a mini version of that. So that's what we're doing here. Should have on gloves with this light clay, but we're gonna make it do what it do. Okay. Get it reduced down a little bit more. Just trying to make it real smaller. Okay, now before I get to really rolling it, I'm gonna go ahead and put this next layer on. Okay, I'm gonna put this next layer on, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut where I didn't have enough for that layer. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that part off, which is fine. We can kind of see what we're working with anyway, so let's just cut off that excess. Oh, looks good. Looks pretty good. This is what we're kind of working with so far with our little leopard print, but we need to reduce it down a lot. And I really need some more. It's letting me know that I need a little bit of more of the color on this left side right here. You see that? It's a little close to the edge. I really need more. What side is that? Oh, actually, it's not too bad, but it's a little bit bad. Not bad, but I need more of the cream on that side, because you want it ideally to be all the way around, like have the same thickness like this. It almost have the same thickness all the way around the edges. This one is has a little bit extra right here, but obviously I'm just using scraps to kind of show you guys the idea of it. But let's reduce this one down a little bit more and see what we get. I just wonder how this one is gonna look, since it's it didn't have a lot on the edges. Let's experiment. This probably would still be really good, but I don't know. Let's see. I think I did it a little too much. We'll see. This one didn't have enough on the edge. Not bad though. It's not bad. But this is the size that I would actually reduce it down to put it on the base. So basically what you would do for the base is you would take your base, and you don't even have to do a base. If you want the front and the back to be leopard, you could do that too, and I'll show you how to do that. You just want to make sure your pieces are a little bit thicker. So I'll just do probably like that thickness. And so you want to cut your pieces around the same thickness. This is what is great about using this type of cutting board, is that it has little lines that you can follow to help you with your thickness. It seems like I always need to close one eye when I'm cutting on here. It's like I can see the line. I can concentrate on the lines better with just if I close one of my eyes. Okay, so basically this is what you do. Now this is no base. This is me not having no base, just having the leopard be the base. So, yeah, this still definitely works. Still definitely works. I think it's a little bit more. I can take off that one yet. Okay, so then once you have it all laid out, you just want to get them really snug up to each other, and then very gently you want to start to kind of push them together. I'm gonna go ahead and pick them up because you don't want to go too far one way, because then you'll just stretch it out. So you want to keep picking it up and moving it so you're not stretching it too far one way. And then obviously I would have my depth guides down here so I can keep it all one depth. But probably use this to make some hoops. But so this is leopard print. This is not perfect, like I said, because you'll see a little bit of fading here on the ends. I'll show you. See that? It's because I didn't have enough. That indicates that I didn't have enough of the beige over there to really keep that contained. That's why you see that little piece right there. So obviously it's because I just wasn't taking my time to show. I wanted to show y'all the concept, but I didn't want to make a bunch because I already have so much. So I didn't want to make like another big old cane of it, if you get what I'm saying. So that's why I didn't want to do so much, even though this is a lot right here, but I can use this for some stuff, because I'm gonna go ahead and fill this in, and I'll be able to use it for some more stuff. But that's how you make it. So let's make some earrings. Boom boom. Alright, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to clean this cane up. It's been kicking around forever, but what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to take this and I'm just going to like shave off the first little bit of layer of this cane, because it got all type of like lint. It's been in a box with other clay, so it has all of that on there too. So yeah, I'm just taking it and really just shaving off that first little part. It's really great because this is already like super firm. Oh, and also I forgot to tell you guys before, another reason why this is smushing or whatever, I forgot to mention this. Another reason why this kind of smushed when I cut it the first time, this first cut, is because this clay is very soft from being worked. So before I even cut this to lay it down, you need to either just let it sit, let it rest and get firm back up and cool, or you can put it in a refrigerator and it'll happen a lot faster for 30 seconds, or the freezer for, you know, not 40 seconds. Did I say seconds? No. For 30 minutes, or put it in the freezer for like 5 minutes or something like that. It'll cool it down and it'll cut a lot crispier. And that's something that I forgot to mention. That's another reason why it was kind of like pulling or dragging, because it's still it's so warm right now for me working it and rolling it and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so I'm gonna just clean this up, and then I'll come back and we'll make some leopard earrings. Alright guys, so I am starting to chop up the cane. I'm going to be completely honest, this time when I actually made it, since I'm actually making the old cane. I mean, literally, I've had this cane done for probably over a year. I just was looking back. I should have looked at the date of the pictures, but I've had it done for a while. So honestly, it was very cracky. I resined them. I only made a couple earrings, and I did definitely have to resin them. The great thing about resin is, I don't know if you can barely see, but there's definitely some cracks. See those cracks in there? And basically with the resin, I was able to fill those in. But yeah, I just made a couple. I also didn't really like that I didn't reduce it down a little bit more and add, like, combine them. You're gonna see on this next video how I did it last time when I made this cane, and it's a live video on my channel, so you can go back and see. I didn't show you how I made the cane, but I showed you of like how I cut them out or whatever. I showed you how I made the leopard earrings, basically, not so much the cane. So in this next video, you will see, in this next clip, you're going to see right here where I basically reduced the cane down into like 3 small skinny canes, and then I put them all together again, and then I wrapped another beige like sheet around them to really make them a little bit smaller, which I really like the outcome of that better. So basically I showed you how to make the cane in this video, but you can see that you can even reduce it down, add a couple together, and then you'll be able to have like a smaller pattern. So it just really depends on if you want like a smaller pattern or a bigger pattern. I'm going to show you some earrings that the finished look. And so you always have to remember when you're making earrings that they're gonna be small, so you have to almost make the pattern, you know, it depends on the pattern, but you know, you almost have to remind yourself that the pattern needs to be like smaller because the earrings are gonna be smaller. So I really like this version versus the version I just showed you, which was more recent, because I didn't do the same thing where I kind of put them all together. But nevertheless, I loved how they turned out. I definitely will be making a full batch of these again very soon, because it's been a while since I created leopard earrings. And if you guys don't know me by now, there's one thing that you got to know about Olivia Heyward. The first thing is I love pink. The second thing is I love me some leopard print. So that's like, leopard print is like my neutral. Like I wear that like it's black, okay? So I gotta get some more leopard print earrings out here in the world pretty soon. These are definitely some of my most favorite earrings, and I love when I see people wear these. I know Amber has some. If you saw the cover of this video, me and Amber are wearing them. I love to see her wear them. I love to see other friends wear them as well, and other customers that have them. Oh, like those right there. I think I can't remember who has those, but oh, Amber has those. Oh, just lovely. But until next time, see you next week. Bye guys. Peace out.